Here I come to order. Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for being at this subcommittee hearing on railroads, pipelines, and hazardous materials. As you might notice, this is a fly-in day, so we might be light on members here. The ranking member will be here. She's en route. And we're glad to have Mr. Filner here today. The hearing today will focus on the reauthorization of hazardous materials safety programs of the Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, or PHMSA. The current authorization of these programs expires September 30th, 2008. We'll also be focused on how we can best reduce the regulatory burdens while ensuring hazardous materials are transported in a safe and efficient manner. We have a distinguished panel of witnesses here with us today, and it's my pleasure to welcome back Administrator Cynthia Quarterman, the Administrator of PHMSA. I believe this is your first trip up here in 2011. In 2009 and 10, I think we saw you here about every week, so we're very familiar with you as you are with us. So again, thanks for being here. I think as most people know, that the Transportation Committee is working on the reauthorization of a transportation bill, and it's important that I say transportation bill. In years past, it's really been called the highway bill, but Chairman Micah is going to put great focus on being a transportation bill, looking at the wide variety of transportation needs we have in this country. In addition to a strong rail title, which will be included in the reauthorization, we're looking to have reauthorize hazardous material safety programs in the transportation bill, and look forward to the discussion here today. I'm interested in highlighting some of the key areas that I feel strongly must be given closer examination, and that we've raised before: special permits and approvals and cargo tank wetlines. Special permits provide a means for varying from a specific provision of the hazardous materials regulations, the HMR, in a way that achieves at least an equivalent level of safety to regulations or is otherwise consistent with public interest. Similar to special permits, an approval allows its holder to perform a particular function that requires consent under the HMR. For example, explosives and fireworks may only be transported with an approval. To be issued a special permit or approval, the application must have a fitness determination made by PHMSA. In October of 2009 and August 2010, PHMSA changed its procedure for conducting fitness determinations for special permits and approvals. I'm concerned that PHMSA failed to go through usual notice and comment procedures in making these changes. Doing so in this manner lacks transparency and takes away the ability of stakeholders to give their input. Moreover, the current criteria for judging fitness are not entirely clear, which creates a climate of regulatory uncertainty. During the same period of time, PHMSA noticed a rulemaking that became final on January 5th, 2011, requiring additional information in special permit applications. Much of this additional information does little to increase safety, while creating unnecessary burdens on shippers while also increasing costs. We are focused on streamlining the special permit and approval procedures, incorporating more special permits into the hazardous materials regulations, and establishing fitness criteria in a manner that promotes consistency, predictability, and transparency. Doing so will both enhance safety and allow the economy to grow. I also want to touch on the issue of cargo tank wetlines. We've addressed this issue in the subcommittee previously, and we'll discuss it in more detail today. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, from 1999 to 2009, there were 8 incidents of fatality or injury attributed to wetline releases. There are over 50,000 cargo tank shipments of flammable liquids each day, meaning the risk of a fatal wetline incident is 1 in 30 million. Despite this low incident rate, in January 2011, PHMSA issued a notice of proposed rulemaking on this issue to require trucks to undergo retrofits or meet certain performance standards that would increase costs. Simply put, the rulemaking overstates the benefits of changes to wetlines regulation and underestimates the significant cost to retrofit tank trucks and the inherent risks of retrofitting. In closing, I'm looking forward to hearing from our witnesses regarding issues concerning maintaining uniformity and avoiding duplication. I continue to highlight in our hearings that throughout our government, I am deeply concerned with a regulatory overreach that cripples our economy, stifles job creation, and ties our nation in red tape. I applaud President Obama for his recent comments on reducing the regulatory burden and for calling for a government-wide review of burdensome regulations. However, it seems like every time I turn around, another agency is moving forward with new, difficult, and expensive rulemakings. We must ensure that our regulatory process maintains the highest level of safety while appropriately balancing the importance of promoting economic growth, innovation, and competitiveness and job creation. There is a significant disconnect between the President's word and the action of many of the agencies in his administration. And with that, I'd like to yield to the ranking member if she has a statement.
Yes, sir.